Canada Day washout. Several neighborhoods flooded, basements underwater, trees lose their limbs, power knocked out, and today many are still assessing the damage. Good afternoon. This is CTV News at 5. I'm Stefan. We begin with the wild weather that submerged parts of Ottawa underwater. Torrential downpours had people sprinting for cover as the wind helped to make the rainfall a super soaker. This is what downtown Ottawa looked like yesterday. High winds and heavy rain dampening the Canada Day mood. The city's 911 dispatchers fielding 673 calls between 2 and 11 p.m. The mayor and other officials holding a news conference today in response to the more than 100 millimeters of rain that soaked the city. The mayor praising first responders and every worker that had to jump into action when the storm hit.
These individuals were already working to support Canada Day celebrations across Ottawa, and then in a matter of minutes, they shifted gears and responded to flooded roads, flooded homes, power outages, fallen trees, and dangerous conditions in many parts of the city.
Affected neighborhoods currently in cleanup mode will not have to adhere to the garbage limit for their next collection day, but as CTV's Natalie Van Rooy tells us, there's more on why residents are questioning the city's infrastructure. Natalie.
Residents across the city of Ottawa continue to deal with flooded basements. For those who are in the nation's capital, city officials say they've received more than 1,900 calls to 311, and that number is expected to rise in the coming days. Homeowner Terry Fraser says he's lived in his neighborhood for more than 19 years and has never experienced flooding. During yesterday's storm, he says there was close to a foot of water in his basement. He worked quickly to get rid of the water, but now he's concerned about the foundation of his basement and the risk of mold.
Finally got to sleep around 3:30 this morning as I just, I knew I was going to have a busy day today and I have to get some sleep. I think my wife didn't get to bed till about 5 because she was severely worried about everything. I was trying to calm her down, but it's a stressful time for people.
City officials say that safety comes first, and before entering any flooded basement, make sure that there is no electricity in the area that is being impacted by the water. For more safety tips, head online, ctvnewsottawa.ca. Natalie Van Rooy, CTV News, Ottawa.
And those neighborhoods in cleanup mode have their work cut out for them. CTV's Tyler Fleming joins us with more on that. Tyler.
Stefan, the cleanup has started for many residents across the city after record rainfall flooded streets and the basements of homes.
Oh, and the paint's coming off.
In hard-hit neighborhoods like Qualicum-Redwood Park and Bell's Corners, homeowners say the record rainfall left their basements with 2 feet of water or more.
My grandma's house, she still has an inch of water, but my house, there's none left.
Many homes lost power during the storm and are still without as crews work to restore service.
Kept the sump pumps going, and because then we lost power, and then I had to get the generator going and get more sumps going.
In the meantime, affected residents are hauling soaked belongings to the curb.
We need to either be able to put more stuff out right away, or we need additional collection days. So additional collection days will be coming.
And calling crews to help clean up contaminated water.
Most of the time it's coming up from underneath, floors are coming up, drywall, destroy everything. It's not good.
Certainly for anyone affected, it's an overwhelming event. Dealing with drying out basements could potentially take months to resolve. Stefan.
Thank you for this, Tyler. The high temperatures likely adding to the time it takes to clean up the storm's mess, with many moving more slowly today. Environment Canada has issued a heat warning. This is a live look at the downtown skyline. Things are still very muggy this hour with the humidex, making it feel like the temperature is above 40 degrees. Jackie Perez joins us in studio with more. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Stefan. And again, with those rising temperatures and the moisture in the air, it is creating perfect conditions for unstable weather. We do have a weather system that is moving through in the last hour around the Kingston area. It is since moving away from the region, but we are tracking this. Right now, these temperatures feeling more like the mid-30s. 30s when you factor in those humidex values. Around Kingston, feeling closer to 40 when the temperature is really 29 degrees. Now, we did talk about the heat warning that has been prompted. It will continue for the next several days. A severe thunderstorm watch is also still in effect. This is the yellow moving through, and the severe thunderstorm warning right now, it's between Smiths Falls and Brockville. It is moving east at 50 kilometers per hour. Now, in terms of tomorrow's temperatures, it will be another hot, humid day. We'll have those details for you in just a bit.
Thank you, Jackie. Hundreds of residents in an apartment building near Carlingwood Shopping Centre are vacating after flooding destroyed the apartment's generator, leaving them with no power or air conditioning. CTV's Dylan Dyson is following this story for us and joins us live with more. Dylan.
Stefan, this apartment building at 30 McEwen Avenue is located at the bottom of a hill on a cul-de-sac. Residents say heavy rainwater pooled around the area, flooding cars and putting the apartment's basement underwater.
I'm scared. It's scary. Like, we're all scared.
Astonishing video shows the apartment building surrounded by flash flood waters reaching as high as car door handles in some spots. Residents say the building went dark around 9 p.m. yesterday after water filled the apartment building's basement, which caused the generator to explode. A shockwave felt throughout the 25-floor building. Today, with power still out, tenants were left without the use of an elevator or air conditioning on one of the hottest days of the year. Many residents were seen wading back into the building to grab belongings as they prepared to evacuate for an unknown amount of time. Now,
I'm scared. It's scary. Like, we're all scared. Like, we don't know what to do. We're going to be displaced for how many weeks or days or whatever.
I've heard some say, like, it could be 13 weeks. I've heard 3 weeks. It's very all over the place. So we don't really have any answers yet. Some people want to stay, which is fair, but it's not going to be a livable situation.
CTV News contacted property management company Sakely but did not receive a response. CTV News measured the air temperature at the top floor of the building without air conditioning this morning at over 30 degrees. Area Councillor Teresa Kavanagh said she is trying to work with property management to restore power to the apartment building as soon as possible, and adds that cooling centers are available nearby at the Ron Colbus Center and First Unitarian Church. Stefan.
CTV's Dylan Dyson reporting live for us. Thank you, Dylan. In other news, Ottawa police have identified the father believed to be responsible for a double murder-suicide earlier this week. Investigators say 40-year-old Mohammed Alami killed his two sons, aged 7 and 12, before taking his own life. The boys were found dead inside Alami's Finley Creek home Monday morning, while he was found dead in a car fire in the Kempville area. Police say they are not releasing the names of the children out of respect for the mother's wishes. There is a proposal to install a four-way stop at an intersection in Ottawa's rural South End after a fatal crash earlier this week. An 8-year-old girl died when a pickup truck and SUV collided at Dalmany Road and Nixon Drive near Osgood on Sunday. That was the second serious crash at that intersection in just over a week. The councillor for the area moved a motion at a city committee meeting on Tuesday to install stop signs at the intersection. It passed unanimously and will now go to City Council for final approval. The decision by the U.S. not to renew the Canada-U.S.-Mexico agreement has created uncertainty for businesses in all three countries. The decision came after a virtual meeting of representatives from all three countries. It means there will now be an annual review of the deal for the next decade, and sectoral tariffs imposed by the U.S. remain in effect. CUSMA will then expire after 10 years if all three countries are unable to agree on an extension. It's the final World Cup match day in Toronto, and two soccer powerhouses are set to square off at Toronto Stadium. Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal will be taking on Luka Modric and Croatia tonight in a knockout game, and you can bet it will be one of the most watched games of the tournament.
My fingers and toes are crossed. It would be so amazing to be able to say that we've done this.
Coming up on CTV News at 5, going for a world record in the most patriotic way. We'll explain shortly. Here's what you need to know. There will be a watch party for Team Canada's next World Cup game against Morocco. It's happening at LeBreton Flats at 1 p.m. And here's a live check on traffic. Things flowing not too badly this hour in both directions on Parkdale and Bronson, as well as O'Connor. You do start to see some slowdowns around Nicholas, but things are flowing as mentioned.
You're watching CTV News at 5 with Stefan Keys.
Spirits were high in the capital before the storm hit, and here's some sentiments from Ottawa residents.
I'm very excited. I'm from Brazil. I just came 1 year ago to Canada.
Happy Canada Day!
What better to do than get out and see the festivities and get to see all the Canadiana that we can.
We love Canada. We can fight for them. No, Canada first. Canada first. Thank you. Have a nice day. Merci beaucoup. On vous aime. Vive le Canada. Bonne fête, Canada.
The Canada Day party started early with sunshine and family fun, but by the afternoon it was quite the different story as we all experienced the roars of thunder and flashes of lightning. Canada Day celebrations were held across the country, of course, yesterday, including a musical event in 40 different cities. It began in Prince Edward Island as part of an attempt to break a world record. CTV's Maria Saro has the details.
It started slowly with a steady beat, then faster, building into a drum roll. Islanders banged on buckets from home and whatever they had on hand to make some noise.
I think it was cool. It was really in sync, which I really liked that.
Coast to coast, more than 40 cities joined in, trying to beat a Guinness World Record already held by Canadians. In 2021, 581 people performed a drum roll online at the same time. This year, the goal was to top that number.
My fingers and toes are crossed. It would be so amazing to be able to say that we've done this.
The world record attempt was only one part of the celebrations, and for some, it was a moment to pull together.
Especially now with threats from all over the place, especially what's going on with the United States, that we're Canadian, we're standing up, we're proud, we're one unit.
In Charlottetown, Canada Day is never far from history.
This is actually the birthplace of Canada, right here in Prince Edward Island.
The program reached beyond that one beginning, with Mi'kmaq culture featured from beaded jewelry to educational books.
It's important to have Indigenous people at the forefront because we were the first people of Canada, and kind of celebrate and uplift our artisans.
Alongside those deep roots, newer communities were part of the picture too. Food vendors served flavors from the Philippines, Jamaica, and much more.
I'm Canadian and I'm also Nigerian. I like trying foods from both places.
Through the drumming, different voices found one shared rhythm. Organizers say Guinness will confirm whether the record was broken later this week, but the attempt wasn't just about a world title. It was a way to bring people together to mark Canada's past, present, and future in unison. Maria Saro, CTV News, Charlottetown.
Coming up on CTV News at 5, one woman's joy in spite of a watery bus ride. And here's what you need to know. The Ottawa Titans are taking on Tri-City Valley Cats tonight, or tomorrow rather, tonight at 5:30 p.m. at the Ottawa Stadium. And here's a live check on traffic this hour. Things again are flowing well in both directions. The usual slowdown spots are quite clear. We'll be right back.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, it's Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford. Take your weekend path. We've got the Bronco Sport for it.
Now for another check on the weather forecast. Jackie is joining us live in studio tonight. Jackie.
Thanks so much, Stefan. It is a hot, humid day. You could see by that image of downtown Ottawa that the sun is still shining. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass sky cam. The temperature is 31 degrees out there right now. It is quite muggy out in downtown Ottawa. We are showcasing Qualicum Point here. The sun scheduled to set just before 9 p.m. tonight. Let's get into what the evening will look like. It's going to be mainly cloudy sky, or mainly clear skies, I should say. So tomorrow morning, we are starting off with some mainly sunny conditions, not just for Ottawa, but for most of Eastern Ontario. We still have that active weather moving throughout Eastern Ontario, and we will likely in the afternoon see some isolated showers as well as pop-up thunderstorms around the Kingston area, perhaps even the Smiths Falls, Brockville area. It should move quickly not quite affecting Ottawa or parts of the valley. We are seeing mostly sunshine here, but along the Seaway in southern parts, including Kingston, that's where we could see more of the active weather focused on. Now, overnight here in Ottawa, 23 degrees, feeling more like 31, so it will be quite humid into the overnight. Not much in terms of relief. We are in for another warm day. The heat wave continuing tomorrow, 33 degrees, the anticipated daytime high, feeling more like 41. And yes, mid-morning, we could see some heavy wind gusts moving through between 30 to 50 kilometers per hour. So we're keeping our close eye on this. It could lead to potential pop-up active weather, including some showers, and that's in the parts of the valley. Chance of showers tomorrow afternoon. 31 degrees, the anticipated daytime high. In the valley, there is a risk of thunderstorms for tomorrow. Again, we did see that a little bit earlier. 31 degrees, the anticipated daytime high. Now, for the next 5 days, you can start to see that heat wave starting to cool off by the time Saturday rolls around. At 27 degrees, the daytime high. We are going to get a break from this active weather. Lots of sunshine for our Saturday. Mix of sun and cloud for Monday, Tuesday. And you can see temperatures getting back closer to seasonal, about 28 for the daytime high and about 17 for our overnight lows.
Weather is brought to you by Manotick Tree. Complete tree care from start to stump.
On today's edition of Simply Ottawa, uniquely local moment of joy when most would be feeling quite the opposite considering the situation. Have a look at this.
You put the water in the bus.
This woman's video is widely being circulated online when the storm hit. This OC Transpo bus started to take in water. And while most agree many would be pained by the situation, this woman found joy having fun with it. Some have commented how incredible it is that this wet ride on the bus feels more like she's on a ride at a water park. The Simply Ottawa moment bringing great joy to all who watch it as well. You can hear lots of laughter from her. And we want to hear your stories of people doing good, spreading joy, making a difference, or marking a notable achievement. We'll be showcasing stories that touch our hearts and make us proud of our city, Simply Ottawa. You can send your story ideas to ottawanews@ctv.ca.
I think it's an exciting time for sure before anything. Obviously, it's a big game, around a 16 game, somewhere we've never been before.
Coming up on CTV News at 5, Team Canada getting ready for Saturday's knockout match. Stay with us. And here's another live check on traffic. Parkdale moving well in both directions, as is Bayswater. Bronson is also flowing nicely. O'Connor is seeing some slowdowns in the westbound lanes, but things are smooth sailing the day after Canada Day. You're watching CTV News at 5.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Ottawa is always on the move.
We're a big city
with a laid-back vibe,
where foodies love their sweets
and markets bursting with flavor,
wrapped up in waterways
and hot summer days.
This is a city where culture is on display
and the future
meets the past,
where people come together,
always proud,
often loud,
and positively the best place to live.
We move with you, Ottawa!
Here's another live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. The current temperature, 31 degrees. And here's what we're working on for 6 o'clock.
Most of the time it's coming up from underneath. Floors are coming up. Drywall, destroy everything.
Coming off.
Several neighborhoods are in cleanup mode after the major storm that hit yesterday, but there's a chance more stormy weather could hit again this week.
The bathroom over here with a hose out the window and down the driveway, but it's the small pumps.
Some residents questioning the city's infrastructure after so much flooding, and the mayor and city officials provide an update on his storm recovery plan. Plus, the father in the tragic double murder-suicide gets identified. Now the final 5 other stories we're following today. There is free transit headed your way if you are interested. If you are a certain age, you can ride the bus for free and LRT for free throughout the summer. Ontario Provincial Police have charged 33-year-old Cornwall man after a traffic stop led to the seizure of a significant amount of contraband cigarettes. Police also seizing property obtained by crime and unlawful cannabis. The man is facing a total of 8 charges after the traffic stop early Tuesday morning.
Looks ahead and finds Nick Cousins into the Mario. Nick Cousins slides it back across, puts it over, scores!
The Ottawa Senators signing 2 roster players to kick off free agency. Forward Nick Cousins re-signing for 2 years at just under $1.6 million a year. Newly acquired goaltender Samuel Ersson also signing a 2-year deal worth $2.2 million per season.
Oh, I think it's an exciting time for sure before anything. Obviously, it's a big game, around a 16 game, somewhere we've never been before.
Canada returned to the practice pitch in Houston this morning as the team gets ready for Saturday's massive game against Morocco. The Canadians are looking to stay fresh against a powerful Moroccan side that needed 120 minutes to advance. Head coach Jesse Marsh says managing player workload is a priority after more than a month together. Canada is chasing a place in the World Cup quarterfinals with a win in Saturday's match that begins at 1 o'clock Eastern. Canadian rock legend Bryan Adams taking aim at U.S. President Donald Trump in his newest song released for Canada Day called 51st State. The 66-year-old rock star is currently on a world tour. He is scheduled to play more than a dozen shows across Canada this summer, including a show in his hometown of Kingston on August 25th. That is CTV News at 5. I'm Stefan Keys. Be sure to join us for CTV News at 6. The early edition of CTV National News starts right now. Thanks for watching.